to support the less privileged in the society. However, due to the economic situation this year, the faith and resilience of believers is being tested. Moniya in this report examines the readiness of the church community in Nigeria to carry on with the practice of charity during Lent.
Almsgiving during the 40-day sacred journey is expected as usual, but this time around, almsgiving is being hampered due to the high cost of living and the strain on household budgets. Few months ago, there were stampedes during food-sharing exercises in Abuja, Oyo, and Anambra states, reflecting the harsh economic realities in the country. Priest of the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja at St. Peter and Paul Parish in Nyanya, Father Amuludun said the three tools for the observance of Lent are prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. Father Lou will explain that charity during Lent goes beyond offering food to the needy.
What you are saving from your discipline of fast, you are helping the poor. You are sowing seed in the life of other people. All of us, irrespective of our economic deprivations, we have something to offer.
The Vicar of All Saints Anglican Church, Wuse Archdeaconry, Abuja, Venerable Ernest Onuaha, said the church had organized a food bank for the less privileged to reflect the teachings of the Holy Bible.
Members donate and also we recycle to the less privileged. We have rice, beans, all those things. We set up that food bank as an avenue of practicalizing what we are teaching.
The Catholic priest, St. Pius Parish, Maiduguri, Father Alexander Miskita, explained that the church would, irrespective of the economic situation, continue with charity.
Christians are not just encouraged to give during Lent. If you are a Christian, it will be a very big mistake if you don't make sacrifices, if you don't give out.
Some Christians observing the Lenten season share their experiences.
No money in people's hands for them to even feed well, let alone giving to others.
Sometime last year, I could share up to half a carton of spaghetti, macaroni, but this year, I didn't even share up to half. Nevertheless, I will consider giving based on my capacity.
The desire is there, but the ability is not there.
Although Christians are encouraged to be champions of almsgiving in all seasons, they have also been admonished against complaining while giving, as there is no compulsion in charity. Moniya, Radio Nigeria.
Still talking religious matters, Muslims have been urged to intensify efforts and commitment in the last 10 days of Ramadan fast to get more reward from God. The Chief Imam, University of Ilorin Central Mosque, Professor Nasir Abdulsalam, made the call at his Jumat sermon titled "The Best Deeds in the Last Days of Ramadan." According to Professor Abdulsalam, Prophet Muhammad usually tightened his belt in the last days of Ramadan and increased his worship for more blessings. Professor Abdulsalam explained that the last 10 days of Ramadan are full of meritorious activities that will make Muslims closer to the Creator. The cleric advised Muslims to increase their assistance to the less privileged during this period. Professor Abdulsalam urged Muslims to involve their families in observing Nawafi at night, as exemplified by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Managing Director of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, Mrs. Olubunmi Kuku, has called on Nigerians to continue praying for the development of the aviation sector and promote unity and peaceful coexistence in the country. She made a call during an iftar dinner at the FAN corporate headquarters in Lagos, where she hosted over 300 Muslim men and women from the airport community and surrounding areas. In her remarks, Mrs. Kuku emphasized the importance of good morals and values in personal and public life, citing her own upbringing in the Muslim family as an example. She also reiterated the significance of Ramadan, a month of prayer, fasting, and charity, as well as encouraging everyone to use the occasion to reflect on their journey and extend gestures of kindness to others.
Take everybody as one, look back on your journey, and use this time to think about how you can hold and take people with you on your journey going forward.
The Managing Director of FAN also expressed gratitude to the Muslim community for their prayers and supplications, which she believed had contributed to the growth and development of the airport sector. She urged everyone to take a cue from the holy month of Ramadan and strive to live in harmony with one another. The event was attended by top officials of FAN, including the Director of Airports Operations, Captain Abdullahi Mahmood, who praised the Managing Director for her initiative in extending the hand of fellowship to the Muslim community. Water is an essential resource for life, health, and economic development, yet millions of Nigerians still struggle to access clean and safe drinking water. As the world commemorates Water Day, it is an opportunity to reflect on the state of water resources in Nigeria and the urgent need for sustainable solutions. Fani Ilumoye highlights the importance of this year's theme and the need for availability of safe drinking water for everyone.
The theme for this year's World Water Day is glacier preservation. Glaciers are critical to life. Their melt water is essential for drinking, agriculture, industry, clean energy production, and healthy ecosystem. This theme highlights the importance of collective efforts in tackling the global water crisis, which is particularly severe in developing countries like Nigeria. Despite being blessed with abundant water bodies, Nigeria faces serious water scarcity and quality challenges. Reports say over 60 million Nigerians lack access to safe drinking water, while others rely on polluted sources for their daily needs. Rapid urbanization, poor infrastructure, climate change, and industrial pollution have worsened the situation. In rural areas, women and children walk long distances to fetch water, often from contaminated sources, leading to outbreaks of diseases such as cholera, typhoid, and dysentery. The government has made efforts to improve water supply through various initiatives, including the National Water Resources Policy and the ongoing Partnership for Expanded Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene Program. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Mr. Joseph Utev, gave an insight in government's efforts to ensure safe drinking water for everyone.
The ministry developed several initiatives in partnership with government at all levels and critical stakeholders in the water and sanitation sector. This is aimed at improving funding for water resources projects and programs.
A medical doctor with Buhari General Hospital in the FCT, Bejide Temitokpe, explained the importance of safe water to the well-being and healthiness of people.
The commonest waterborne disease is typhoid fever because of contaminated water, and oftentimes we have complications from the typhoid fever. And there are others like cholera. We have been having sporadic cases of cholera outbreak even in Nigeria. These diseases are a sign that a large proportion of our population still do not have access to clean water.
The impact of water scarcity extends beyond health concerns. It affects agriculture, food security, and economic productivity. Farmers struggle with unreliable water for irrigation, which reduces crop yields and increases food prices. Mr. Solomon Jebi, a farmer, described as burdensome the effect of lack of water to farming, which often limits the expected harvest.
Water is scarce. We used to have a well in the farm, but sometimes the well also dry. If there is any stream, I use bucket to fetch the water in farming. If there is no water, the harvest will not produce. The government can make a borehole for us.
In urban areas, businesses and households depend on expensive alternatives like bottled or sachet water, further widening the gap between the rich and the poor. Some residents of the Federal Capital Territory clarified that the urgent need for investment in modern water management system cannot be overstated.
I drink bottled water and water from dispenser, and because of the heat, I drink up to 10 bottles of water on a daily basis.
A truck of water is 700, and before we are buying it 350. As they are buying fuel cost, they put it very costly for us.
In my area, we are being provided with water, but I don't drink that water. I buy water from water vendors because we need to drink clean water. A pack of 20 is 2,400, and again, this heat season, I drink a lot of water.
The water is too cost for us.
Similarly, some water vendors known as Mirua in the FCT talked about difficulties often encountered.
I
used to get my water from a borehole. I used to buy the water 500 naira. I will sell it to market women, and I will also distribute it to the residents of the area. I used to make small profit. I used to buy my water from a borehole 400 naira. And I used to make 600, sometimes more. And it depends on the distance that I'm taking the water to.
Other respondents believed that as World Water Day is marked, there was a need for stronger collaboration between the government, private sector, and civil society to ensure water sustainability, and that policies must be backed by action with increased funding for water projects, stricter regulations on industrial waste disposal, and investment in climate-resilient water infrastructure. In Abuja, Fanny Olumoye, Radio Nigeria.
From Abuja, let's go to Jos, that's the Plateau State capital. Now, the government has expressed its commitment to change the narrative regarding its ranking as the second state in the country in the practice of open defecation. Governor Caleb Mutfwang stated this at the commemoration of this year's World Water Day and launch of the Clean Plateau Use the Toilet campaign held in Jos. Josiah Mbuzum reports that this year's campaign focuses on saving the glaciers.
World Water Day, established by the United Nations to raise public awareness about the vital role of water to man. The day serves as a platform to advocate for universal access to fresh and clean water as one of nature's greatest gifts. Governor Caleb Mutfwang, represented by the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Nicholas Bamlong, described as unacceptable a situation where in this age and time, people still lack access to proper sanitation facilities.
Our ranking as the second state in the whole of Nigeria in the practice of open defecation. This practice not only poses serious health risks, but also contaminates our water sources.
The chief of UNICEF Bauchi Field Office, Dr. Nuzat Rafiki, applauded Plateau State for being committed to end open defecation.
And I wish and I pray that in 2030, Plateau State should be standing here and congratulating each other for achieving this open defecation-free state.
The National Coordinator of Clean Nigeria Use the Toilet campaign, Chizoba Uwanziye, represented by the National Monitoring and Evaluation Officer Godwin Abu, noted that 48 million Nigerians still defecate in the open.
Nationally, out of the 774 local government areas, only 142 local government areas and one state, that is Jigawa, have been validated as open defecation free.
The State Commissioner for Water Resources and Energy, Bashir Lawandi Datti, noted that the preservation of the planet's glaciers is not just an environmental issue, but a matter of global water security, human health, and economic stability.
Let us recognize the critical link between glacier preservation and the eradication of open defecation, which contaminate water sources and perpetuate a cycle of waterborne disease.
The chairman of the State House of Assembly Committee on Health, Owen Dagogot, expressed the commitment of the House to ensure that they pass laws that will enhance water and hygiene for the people. And environmentalist Nelson Nkpanu stressed the need for partnership towards ensuring that all citizens have clean water as a right and not a privilege. Also was the signing of a commitment plan on a map by chairmen of the 17 local government areas to end open defecation in Plateau State by the year 2030. From Jos, Joseph Zun, Radio Nigeria.
And from Jos, on the occasion of World Water Day 2025, water producers have been advised to observe good hygiene in the factories to prevent contaminating the water they produce. They are also urged to ensure standards by adding the expiration date label on the products. Blessing Ituma, who sought experts' advice in Port Harcourt on water packaging, filed in this report.
Water is one of the 6 classes of food for nutrient absorption and metabolism. However, countless uses of water and exploration have made access to clean potable water difficult, thereby negatively impacting
World Water Day, a day for reflection and to spur action to tackle the global water crisis. Dr. Mary Wogo in Port Harcourt thinks there is a lot water producers can do to check conflicts and complaints arising from water. Dr. Wogo noted that water not adequately treated would expose consumers to such diseases as cholera, hepatitis A, and typhoid.
Especially those that are in the factory, let them try to observe extreme hygiene.
An environmentalist, Professor Hyginus Oko, cautioned water producers and members of the public against digging boreholes near septic tanks.
The danger of flow of septic waste from soakaway chambers get into some of these wells, and as a result of that, you see bacterial.
A consumer who is the paramount ruler of Rumevelu community in Obiakpo local government area, Eze Christian Akani, advised the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, and other regulatory agencies to intensify monitoring of water producers as they do on pharmaceutical products.
They should go to the markets, public places, identify with the communities through their traditional rulers. The sachet water, there's no provision for expiry date.
Other consumers speak of their experience with sachet water.
Some sachet water has bad taste. You buy some and then you notice that they have bad taste. That's something they have to improve on.
zone.
The United Nations maintains that when everyone cooperates on water, we create a positive ripple effect that would foster public health and prosperity, food, energy, and environmental integrity. In Port Harcourt, Blessing Ituma, Radio Nigeria.
Today's commentary is on the need for collective action to tackle water needs of Nigerians. It is written by Tehime Oradwin, Personal Assistant on Media and Publicity to the Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation.
Water is one of the most irreplaceable prerequisites for meaningful human existence. Apart from regulating body temperature and enhancing digestion, water improves energy and enhances better brain function, among others. In fact, health experts say water constitutes up to 60% of the adult human body, while the brain and heart compose of 70%, with the lungs having 83%. Given the crucial role of water to human and plant existence, therefore, the United Nations set aside every 22nd of March to be observed as World Water Day. The day seeks to highlight the importance of water to humanity and to call for practical action from the global community to tackle the water crisis in the world. This year's theme, Glaciers Preservation, aims at highlighting the critical role of glaciers in sustaining life and the water cycle, as well as calling for more global efforts to accelerate action in reducing carbon emissions and implementing strategies aimed at reducing effects of glaciers to water flow. Glacier is a large perennial accumulation of crystalline ice, snow sediments, often liquid water that originates from land and moves down the slope under the influence of its own weight and gravity. Though the glacier experience may seem distant from this country, its melting disrupts global weather systems, resulting in erratic rainfall in many countries of the world, including Nigeria, which often result in prolonged drought, thereby affecting irrigation and crop production. The melting of glaciers has no doubt contributed significantly to the rise in sea level and endangered lives in the coastal communities of Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, and Lagos, among others. These challenges have threatened the country's efforts at achieving Sustainable Goals 6, which aims at ensuring access to clean and safe water as well as improving sanitation by the year 2030. However, the President Bola Tinubu administration has remained focused, determined, and committed to implementing policies and programs to ensure access to clean, safe, and sustainable water by all citizens. Driven by the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation under Professor Joseph Terumunutev, some of these efforts include the Partnership for Expanded Water Supply, Sanitation and Hygiene Program, PWASH, a multi-sectoral collaboration to improve water access to rural communities. Construction of more water schemes, rehabilitation of existing water infrastructure and dams are ongoing simultaneously across the country to bridge the existing gap in access to clean and safe water and scale up irrigated agriculture to achieve food security. Recently, Professor Ote flagged off the construction of the multi-billionaire Greater Dutse Waterworks in Jigawa State, a project that, when completed, is capable of supplying water to the entire Dutse town and its environs, as well as enhance irrigation farming in the area. While there may be success recorded so far in ensuring access to clean and safe water for citizens and reduction of the effects of climate change on water sources, there is urgent need for states and local governments, as well as development partners, to collaborate with the federal government to bridge the existing gap in achieving access to clean and safe water for all. Since water resources management is on the concurrent lists with federal and state governments empowered to manage and regulate water in their jurisdictions, there is need for state governments to redouble efforts in the provision of water to their citizens, as the federal government alone
cannot meet this need.
That commentary on the need for collective action to tackle water needs of Nigerians was written by Tehimin Oradwen and read by Jeremiah Jime. 21 minutes before 8, you're listening to the news on the network service of Radio Nigeria. In the headlines this Saturday morning, NAFDAC has destroyed substandard products worth over 1 trillion naira. National Human Rights Commission has advocated the use of artificial intelligence in human rights protection. Stakeholders have called for good hygiene practices as the global community commemorates Water Day. Still to come, Super Eagles beat Rwanda in World Cup qualifier, plus entertainment news, sports, cyberscope, newspaper headlines, and weather report. Stay with us.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Emergencies have been part of Nigeria's democratic process as President Bola Tinubu recently declared a state of emergency in Rivers State. On Radio Link, a Radio Nigeria audience participatory program this Saturday, we will focus on the topic, State of Emergency in Nigeria, Matters Arising. Our guests shall be Barrister Isido Udenko, a constitutional lawyer, and Honorable Sam Atasie Oburu, a current affairs and social commentator. You can be part of the program by dialing 0915 091 0482 and 0915 091 0483. You could also send us emails on frcncurrentaffairs@yahoo.com. Radio Link takes the air every Saturday on the network service of Radio Nigeria from 8 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Join us.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Let's talk entertainment.
Nigeria Idol Season 10 set to premiere tomorrow. Plus, multi-award winner of spoken word poets Uche Nwadinachi tags Nigeria on peace. This is entertainment news, and my name is Patience Ogundipe. Stay with us.
No man can make men music. Now the us will be and everything that happen.
The tunes and the beat.
When you come with the player, when you see this space there. Now this time, what's the other girls must come up?
Trendybeats.com.
All my ladies, all my ladies, I'm the lunch. Cook master, master, two masters. It's the
The highly anticipated Nigeria Idol Season 10 with the theme Rise to Victory is set to premiere tomorrow. This season welcomes singer Inyanya as a new judge alongside returning judges. The show will run from next month with audition by participants.
Nigeria, my home, my heart beats. My beauty land where the sun kisses the soil as the wind dances in the sand. Too long we've known the sound of crisis and watched the smoke of our animosity cover us in cruelty. But peace is possible if we beckon the door for resolution with unity in outstretched hands, whispering, no more grudge, no more blood, no more discord, no more hate, no more fear at the city gates. We are one people, one sky, one song. Let love be loud. Let peace be.
Citation of a poem by multi-award winner of spoken word poets and journalist, Mr. Uche Nwadinachi, on this year's World Poetry Day, celebrated every 21st of March. The day, which was established by UNESCO during his 30th General Conference in Paris in 1999 is to celebrate poetic expression as universal acts that transcend cultural and linguistic barriers. Speaking on the importance of this year's theme entitled Poetry as a Bridge of Peace and Inclusion, Mr. Umadinachi urged poets to use their poems as a tool to impact positively in the country.
This is the time we need a poetry that mediates for better understanding of ourselves, a poetry that mediates for better resolutions of, a poetry that talks about what we have in common, the essence of love, a poetry that looks at peace as the ultimate thing we should be pursuing.
Mr. Umadinachi urged everyone to read a poem as it has the ability to promote harmony, bridge cultural divides, and express human emotions. Following the story that trended last weekend about music sensation Asake and his ailing dad, Entertainment News is happy to let you know that the singer has bought a house for his father, Fatai Odunsi, and also sent money to take care of his medical bills. Some reports had accused Asake of abandoning his dad since his health began deteriorating in 2022. The singer's dad, who has been battling a stroke, also alleged that Asake has not been financially supportive despite his fame and success. However, in a new video release, Asake's father revealed that his son has reached out to him. Speaking in Yoruba, Mr. Odunsi said, "I am proud of him," as he showered prayers on Asake. That's it on Entertainment News. From the words of Walt Disney, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Patience Ogunife is my name. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and bye for now.
On a very cheery note, Nigeria got her 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier on track with victory over Rwanda. Joy Zefula brings details in our sports package.
Eric Sekoshel started his reign as Super Eagles coach on an emphatic note as he led Nigeria to their first win in the qualifiers for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Franco-Malian tactician oversaw the three-time African champions edge the Amavubi of Rwanda 2-0 at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali. Immediate past African Footballer of the Year Victor Osimhen was the hero of the day as he scored both goals for the Eagles. The gangling striker hit the target in the 11th minute and made it 2 on the stroke of half-time. The Amavubi came at the Eagles after the break as the Eagles searched for more goals, but the second half produced none.
95 minutes have elapsed, but now we continue on. Chance of consolation for Rwanda. It's been a frustrating evening's work. Never been able to find a way through. Final score in Kigali, Rwanda 0, Nigeria 2.
Nigeria are now fourth in Group C with 6 points, 4 points behind South Africa, who defeated Lesotho 2-0 yesterday, and 2 adrift of Benin Republic, who drew 2-2 with Zimbabwe on Thursday. Some fans who watched the Nigeria vs Rwanda match said they were impressed with the outcome of the game, praising the tactics adopted by the Super Eagles.
The boys are playing with stamina, strength, and skills. I gave them the goal.
The boys actually knew what was at stake, and they actually went ahead and took out those 3 points. And I think it's bringing hope alive.
You can see the build process now from the match. At least the guys now are playing with intent.
They, however, observed that the Super Eagles have to be more clinical and score more goals in subsequent matches.
The front and the back, they are performing their best, but the midfield is not that okay.
I actually expected more goals from them.
If the coach now can maintain this pattern, maintain these boys, at least just let the boys blend together, they will perform well.
The Eagles will next meet the Warriors of Zimbabwe at the Goswell Aquabio Stadium, Uyo, on Tuesday. In some African zone of World Cup qualifiers decided yesterday, Algeria beat their host Botswana 3-1, while Equatorial Guinea pipped Sao Tome and Principe 2-0. 2 Group B matches will hold today as Togo welcome Mauritania, while Sudan take on 2021 champions Senegal. Nasarawa United had a boost to their fight against relegation yesterday with a 1-0 win over champions Rangers International of Enugu in match day 30 of the Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL). The Solid Miners, playing in front of their fans, needed a Kabiru Balogun's 90th minute penalty to snatch the win and move out of the danger zone. The victory took the Lafia side to the 15th spot with 36 points, while Rangers maintained their third place with 45 points. Match day 30 action continues today with 2 matches on the cards. Kano Pillars will be hoping to shake off their 0-1 loss to Eimba in round 64 of the President's Federation's Cup when they play away to Plateau United of Jos. The other game will see Ninth Place Bendel Insurance of Benin hosting relegation-haunted Sunshine Stars of Akure. The match between bottom side Lobby Stars of Makodi and leaders Remo Stars of Ikene has been postponed. Nigeria has the potential of becoming a reputable handball nation in Africa and the world at large. That was the notion by Dr. Zoltan Makzinka, one of the foreign handball instructors at the International Handball Federation IHFC license course for elite handball coaches in the country. Mr. Mazinka said that Nigerian elite coaches will benefit greatly if they avail themselves to all the license coaching levels. Mazinga, who was speaking on Radio Nigeria's flagship sports program Midweek Sports, noted that the International Handball Federation IHF was passionate about unifying coaches' license system in Africa, hence the elite coaching course in Abuja.
International Handball Federation made huge effort in the last couple of years to unify the coaching license system, particularly here in Africa. For the development you need coaches, and for coaches you need structured coaching education. So we're starting with level D, which is a 40 hours course. Then level C is built up on the experience of the level D coaches, and then B license. And of course on top of it is level A, which is the peak of the coaching education, International Handball Federation.
The IHFC license course ends today in Abuja. 28 top Nigerian handball coaches are participating in the course packaged in partnership with the Handball Federation of Nigeria, HFN. I am Joy Eziefola.
Thank you so much, Joy. And let's see what's happening in Cyberscope. Of course, and as usual, we're bringing you the hottest conversations lightening up on social media space. Super Eagles star Victor Osimhen is trending after scoring a brace in Nigeria's 2-0 victory over Rwanda in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier with assistance from Ademola Lookman and Samuel Chukwueze. Osimhen secured the win before the 77th minute. That's a